right, class.
Yes.
Okay, Denny.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's all we need, right?
Sleep doesn't static. It doesn't. What? I'm just stating.
Okay, we started this problem yesterday, and I believe we finished it up with the x, y's, and r's. We finished all the x, y, and r. So, S and T, insert page. So, we had x, y, and r. What was this one? What was the s? You guys did this one, right? Did you write it down?
Yeah.
What was negative, right? 5. Y,
2.
like that?
Yeah.
Good. All right, t's.
2 red 2.
Y,
Negative 1.
r, right there? Okay. So now it's asking for cosine s minus t. So the first thing is going to be cosine of s minus t. So you got to bust out that formula there. So on the reference sheet, the formula. What type of problem am I dealing with? Difference identity. Very good. Difference identity. It's on the reference sheet. You're going to find difference identities, and you're going to find the one for this one, right? So that's going to give me the formula. It's going to look like this. It's going to be cosine s cosine t plus sine s sine t. Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah.
All right, so let's start plugging in the values that I have. So cosine is x over r. So my x, so it's going to be negative rad 5 over 3. Okay, 2 rad 2 over 3 plus sine s, which is 2 over 3, plus sine t, which is negative 1 over 3. Again, we are chugging along. We got to get through this.
Yes.
So you guys are taking your final when? Thursday. So we got this 45-minute class to get through the rest of these. And I know we can. So as long as no one's playing with their phone and not doing their work, or you could actually be plugging in the stuff in the calculator, make life easier, right? So I'm going to do the math. I'm going to get negative 2 rad 10 over 9 minus 2 over 9. So, yeah, it's going to be one of those. Over a common denominator of 9, right? Again, if you got questions, I need you speaking up. 18. What simplification expression 2s? So we're going back to this, my s and t. So 2s. That's a double angle. Was it sine 2s? Yes? Okay. So the double angle for sine, that's 2 sine cosine, right? Yes?
Yeah.
So it looks like that. 2 sine s cosine s. I don't recall where were we left off? We left off here. We just finished this and we're doing this. So sine was going to be sine s, was that negative 1 over 3? No, 2 over 3. Positive 2 over 3. cosine S is negative rad 5/3. Hopefully, because I don't know what I'm doing right now. S, yes, 2/3, negative rad 5/3. Yes. Plug them all in. So 2 times 2 times negative rad 5, negative 4 rad 5/9. Now, let's pretend like you slipped, fell, hit your head, and you forgot how to math. Okay? So, when you hit the head, you get this weird, sense that everything in your mouth smelled like copper. You most likely have a concussion, just so you know. So, cosine of 7 pi/12, I can put in my calculator to get approximation. So, what's that like? 75 degrees, 75, so the x is smaller.
You just plug in every other one so you get the calculator.
It's like 0.88 or something like this.
How do you know it's not from your head?
I'm kind of stupid. I really am. So I just am guessing and stuff. It's like, was it 0.88 or 0.87 something?
If you're accurate,
Point what?
9,
0.9?
9, 4, 8, 9,
0.99. Is it in radian?
no. Hold on. And what you get? Negative 2. Yeah,
Test.
It goes in order. Yeah, back and forth. What'd you guys get?
negative 0.25. Yeah.
Okay. Negative 0.25. All right, so if I could do that, then what am I going to do with each one of my answers? Yes. Are you currently doing that right now?
No, but I will be.
Okay. So it's almost like the act of doing this over and over again is the practice you should be doing. Plug in each one. I did update here. Yeah, but do this first. Listen, that's not changing. You got to change your final.
What do you mean update? I still have to take the test.
I know you did one of them. I put that one in. Not yet. So if I do, then you would see the lowest of your grade. And then I don't want you freaking out right now. Okay, I want you practicing this right now because multiple choice is almost like exactly the same as you're going to see on the. He said D.
Yeah.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Again, we got to chug along here. All right. So this one says use identity express. Now, can we do the whole thing in the calculator? Say yes. So sine, cosine. So that's going to be a sine of 40. I need you, seriously, a lot of this stuff, I'm just guessing on this. So I'm top of the head on most of it. And I haven't finished my coffee
You
yet.
gotta go 100
That's even worse.
degrees in the opposite direction of the thing, and then you just get right.
Should be.
Yeah.
But I want you, like, this is me doing the math. I want you doing your math.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
90, and then
no, you do your math.
that's y.
I'm guessing at how to do this.
No, you got it.
I got the unit circle part right, but
Yeah.
did you do the other part?
Oh, because it has to SSE for the whole thing, right? Yeah.
Yes.
The whole thing.
See this right here? This is your problem. Not this. This is how I did the work. So, can you plug in the calculator and get an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get a negative 1.7 something?
Hold on, I'm doing that like as we speak.
What'd you get? Negative 0.86. Is that the same thing though? Okay. Plug it in. So it still is going to be that answer. So I suck at radicals. I know where they are. Just the approximation didn't work.
You said it should be negative what?
Negative 8. I mean, 0.86.
Yeah, that's one. Gotta be bigger.
6.1.
Oh, wait, it's supposed to be in degrees?
Yeah, because all these are.
In degrees.
Thank you. All right. All right, 21. Perform this identity. All right, so I'm going to go the sine squared cosine. Okay, so I'm going to do, was it sine squared?
Yeah, sine squared over cosine plus cosine squared over cosine.
It's over cosine
Mm-hmm.
plus,
Cosine squared over cosine.
all right, I'm going to abbreviate it. So it's y squared over x plus x squared over x. Now, y squared plus x squared, Denny? 1.
Yeah.
1 over x, which is my common denominator. And what is 1 over x?
But you gotta put the thing on there.
Put that thing. Put that thing.
They got, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I get it.
Whatever that thing is.
Yeah. Shut up.
Did he just tell me shut up?
No,
Yeah.
so then you shut
Oh.
up.
I think you should take it over 5.
Okay. Seek it. Area, this triangle given the measurement. So I'm going to go through and start by drawing the triangle. And it said A was 42.5. Someone help me out because I don't have
13.6.
little b and
C is
10 point.
10.1.
Okay. All right. Do I have enough to find the area? Yes, I do. I do have enough. I do have enough to find the area. What's my area formula?
Hold on, I'm trying to run this on the top of my head, but I don't think I can. So, what? Memory stuff.
I heard it.
1 and it's going to be C times B.
BC
AB side.
And then, what is it? Cos.
sine
Yeah.
of A.
Yeah.
So, and is it on the record sheet? I think it is. Okay. Yep, there we go. And so, do I have little b, little c? Little b, little c? Yes, I do. So my area, 1/2, 13.6, 10.1 sine of big A, which is 42.5. What mode is my calculator in?
Oh, yeah.
Gotta be degrees, right?
Yeah.
So we're changing back and forth often.
Yeah, you gotta always remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
That's all I end up every sentence.
Know what I'm saying?
Ask Denny, he can confirm.
Does Denny know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I had an interview at Target and they rejected me because I ended every sentence off with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they do not. Like, if you speak in any way that's, like, crazy, then they won't. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying.
Yes, you do know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying. What the hell are you saying?
I don't know.
All you're saying is, do I know what you're saying? And I'm like, what are you saying?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, what's my answer?
46.4. No. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. No, I'm not going to guess the postage.
All right. Okay, which expression can be used to find the height of an oblique triangle? Now, for this one right here, oblique, not obelisk.
Find the height of the oblique triangle. Is that the one?
Yeah, this one right here, there's a formula that goes along with it. If you think about it, to get h, I would solve h here. So if you think about it, we're using sine for all of these.
Oh.
Okay, to find this value. Okay, let me insert page.
Because you're trying to find C, so you have to, yeah.
Is B on top?
It would be A sine B, I think.
There you go. All right, so going through here, if you think about it, I could actually only use this and call it a day. Okay, so if I'm going to do this, I'm going to say sine, right? Sine of A is equal to opposite, which is h over, right? So it's opposite over hypotenuse, isn't it? And since this is going to be a right angle, that's going to be little c. So if we want to solve for h, what would I do here? Divide by c. You're right. I know what you're saying. So c sine of A is equal to my h value.
Yay.
So it looks more complicated than what it is, but it was just simple right triangle. Length is... Oh. Length of side little b. Little b is down here. So what information is given to me here? A, C. Is big B given to me?
Nah, big A.
Kinda is. I can find it, right?
Angles, yeah.
Okay, so what law am I going to use? Law of... Danny, don't be like Diego. Come on, you're lowering yourself. You're better than that.
Okay.
No, it's not cosine. When can I use cosine?
When you're looking for a sign.
When you have SAS.
That's
When you have SAS or you have all sides is when you would lose cosine.
Yeah.
To use law of sine, all I need is what? A pair.
Oh,
Do I have a pair?
Yeah.
I have big A and little a, right?
Yeah.
Is that a question? Okay. So I have big A and little a, so I'm going to use that. And so do a little math. So 180 minus 124 minus 19. What's that going to be? 60, 50, 30. 36,
7.
37. Okay. All right. So
Okay. Equals.
and I'm looking for little b over sine of 37.
Oh no, it's the other one.
Yeah, 37.
Okay. All right. Go through, do your cross products. Now, a lot of people, as I look at their work, they screw this up. Show me all your steps. We did some skipping of steps, and now that's all you do, and you screw it up. So stop that. 95 sine 37 is equal to, multiply this way, b times sine of 19. Now, I'm trying to get little b by itself, right? To get little b by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by sine 19. So, got to say the whole thing. So, those cancel, so I get little b is equal to 95 times sine of 37 divided by sine of 19. It is what it is. Am I looking for an angle?
No.
No.
Put an angle, you gotta do the inverse.
Yes. I'm not looking for an angle, so I don't do the inverse. I just put it in as is.
Yeah.
So go ahead, put that in, please. What'd you get? 175.6.
How could it be in degrees or radians? Degrees?
Why would it have to be in degrees?
I don't know.
Because the end is not a radius.
All the angles are in.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Thank you. 25. What's the measure of C in ABC with the given side lengths? Now, okay, now this one is big brain. Do I have all the sides?
Yeah.
Okay, you have all the sides. I'm looking for big C, right? Let's see if you guys can big brain this one. So big C is equal to, what was the formula for this one?
It's cosine.
Cosine, start with cosine, right?
Cosine, inverse cosine.
Inverse cosine. Put that stupid thing away.
Is it the one where you gotta like subtract all of them?
A squared minus b squared minus
No.
It's c squared
minus
minus
2.
Why does it start with?
Starts with C squared.
Why does it have to start with C?
Because that's the one that you're trying to find.
You look for the angle, right? You look for angle C, so it starts with C.
Yeah.
Is it on the reference sheet?
Yeah.
Yes, it is on the reference sheet. So I'm trying to get you guys, there is a pattern to do this.
This is what messed me up on the test. I think
So-
that's one of the ones I got wrong.
8.2 squared minus 9.3 squared minus 5.7 squared all over -2, 9.3, 5.7.
Yeah, I remember this one. I remember this one because I came in late and I just started spouting off nonsense and I got it right.
Speaking of nonsense, can C or D be my answer?
No.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are they too big?
They're too because they take up like more than I you know what I'm saying? Oh my! Hey, I didn't mean to say that. I did not mean to say that. I did not mean to say that. They're like, you know, it's like if it's bigger than 90, then obviously the other ones have to be less than 90 combined. If it's not the biggest side, you can't have the biggest angle.
Very good. That's the last part. In all the rambling, the last part was it.
No, because it's like the reasoning. Never-
Yes, it is it. Perfect. Okay? If it's not the biggest side, it can't be the biggest angle, right? So that means definitely it's not those two automatically.
What I was trying to say is if the angles were larger than 90, then any other angle can't be larger than it. So that's what I was saying, trying to say
Yeah.
before. For the first part.
I'm taking a guess. I'm saying it's this. Just by doing it in my head.
Yeah,
It's 40?
yeah. Or it's 60 points, yeah.
Is it correct?
Yeah.
Solve triangle given the information. So, whenever I have one of these, I need to
Oh, it's not working.
draw a triangle.
Oh, yeah. Because I had to. I was on the wrong page and I was thinking that you didn't do it. But now you got it right. When you guess it, you should.
We're on 26 right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's even worse. Because they haven't actually diversity, so I feel like no.
All right. So, solve. It says solve the triangle, so that basically says solve them all. So let's just solve for first thing. What do I have to solve for first? Why little a? You don't have a pair.
Because then you can do the
You're going to do cosine. To do law of sine, you would have to have a pair. Do I have a pair here? I can't use any law of sines because I don't have a pair. This one's going to be a cosine because I have SAS. Side, angle, side. So I have to solve for little a. So from my formula, that's going to be little a is equal to the square root of, that's going to be 70.3 squared plus 60.5 squared minus 2 times 70.3 times 60.5 times cosine of 108 degrees 40 minutes.
How can you get a haircut?
Monthly?
Yes, natural beings.
I was an advisor in English junior, so that we
I was in the military. I actually had to get one every Saturday. So morning formation Monday, they inspect, things like that.
So,
No,
we bought.
you would actually have to get that cleaned up because they don't want anything.
That's what's something. What's the need? My fault.
No, know what plain means?
Yeah.
No. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You freaking moron. Anyway, A. What do we get for A?
106.4.
106.4?
Yeah.
So, since this is a multiple choice,
Yeah, there's only one option that has 106.4.
very good. So it has to be C.
I remember last test, you told us, like, as long as it matches up with one of them, then you don't have to do the other ones, because obviously it's only that one. But that's out here still doing them. Like, all of them. Yeah, that's like,
Hey, just to make sure. But sometimes, if you look, there is some that actually match.
Completely obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some that match, though, that they're like, oh, those ones have the same answer. So, but right now we haven't got one of those yet. Law cosine, find the indicated part of triangle ABC. So I give you all sides.
Uh-huh.
So that means you have to find
The
angle using law of
cosine.
cosine. So this is the big brain here, right?
Yep.
Let's see if you guys remember the pattern. We just did it.
Find A.
So if you're looking for big A, that would be inverse cosine, right?
Inverse cosine
Of,
A squared.
which is
Because you're blocking the screen.
32 squared. It's on your paper.
I know. 32 squared minus 48 squared.
49 squared.
Oh yeah, my fault. Minus 63 squared over -2 and 49 63. Yeah, so continue with it.
And put it in your handy dandy calculator. And I know for sure it should not be that one or that one. It's probably going to be B, right?
No.
There seems to be a trend here. Every time you guess B is right.
I'm just using the size of the sides versus the angles.
It's B, yeah.
It is B?
Yeah.
Okay. It's almost like if you learn anything about, trigonometry, that's one of the main things. And
The answer's always B.
I will definitely remember all of this also.
that's why I signed you up for Accelerate to Calculus. Yeah.
Well, when does that start, by the way?
Like the first week after.
First week after?
Yeah. But it's elective math, so it's even better. So I don't have to give homework. We can just do projects.
Okay.
What is the time frame?
Something a.m. till noon.
I think it was like 8. I thought it was like 8.
Yeah, till like noon or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2 ships leave the harbor, interest at the same time. First ship travels at a constant 16 miles per hour, while the second, okay, this one is 16 miles per hour. This one right here is 20 miles per hour. Okay, find how far they apart after 3 hours. Now, after how many hours? 3 hours. You drive for 20 miles an hour for 3 hours. How far do you go?
3 hours. 60.
That's like the video where they ask the 60 miles per hour and how far they can travel in an hour.
So, right here. Next one. 16 miles an hour for 3 hours. How far did you go? 48. Now, I'm going to put in it I'm going to label it ABC because that makes life easier.
Yeah.
Because it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Do, re, mi, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. Baby, you and me, girl. All right. Capital A, capital B, capital C. So that means I would be looking for little a using the law of cosine. So I'm labeling this so I could use law of cosine. Because my law of cosine uses letters. That's always good. Let's see. So, insert page. So, little a would equal the square root of 48 squared plus 60 squared minus 2 times 48 times 60 times cosine of big A, which was 120 degrees.
What?
94. Now, let's pretend like you paid attention. Okay? Did you actually have to do all this one for this? No. Let's say you actually listen to Diego on occasion in one of his coherent ramblings. It has to be the longest side, right? So, it has to be more than 60. It has to be more than 48. So, Diego knows what he's talking about every once in a while. Okay? If you get one of his conscious ramblings, then you're good.
But that's like once a day.
Okay, you ready? So, listen, for the sake of time, 29 and 30, same type of stuff. Okay, draw the triangle, find your value. But 31 came from unit 8, so that's why I'm going to try and do this. Simplified form. Now, we're going to factor this. So, square root of 18 breaks down into...
3 and 6.
Nope.
You don't want that one?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, the I.
Square root of negative 18 is going to give me an I.
Yeah.
But now, I want to use perfect squares, too. So, a perfect square inside 18 would be 9 times. So, if I put all these back together, negative 1 times 9 times 2 is negative 18, right? Okay, so we know the square root of negative 1 is I. The square root of 9 is 3, so that's 3I. And what's left over? Rad 2.
So it's C.
Huh? No.
C.
It's not going to come out normal. It's going to come out with a weird decimal. And so I can show you, and I will here in a moment, but not to this point, because you're going to have to actually factor some of these things. All right, product. So we're going to do this in the calculator. Different squares. So that one, 3 minus 4. Okay, so let's go through. I'm going to need to go to doc settings, document settings. But what are we changing here now?
Oh, we gotta change rectangular and all that stuff.
Okay, so this one right here is the first one. So it is, right now, radian's fine. Experimental, exponential is going to be normal. So this one's when you do scientific method and stuff, or scientific. So real or complex?
Gotta change it into polar.
Okay, so no.
Real.
Right now we're still dealing with rectangular.
Oh, yeah.
Polar is going to be the CSI, sine, cosine, sine plus I, cosine plus I sine. Sorry. So these are rectangular still. These are still like vectors. Okay? There we go. Rectangular vector form. So now I change the mode. So I know you guys all paid close attention to that because the next one I am plugging this in. Now when I plug in the I, where do I find I? It's under pi, right? Do I just use like the regular letter I? No, because we're playing with our phone and not paying attention to this. So right here, this is going to be 3 minus 4i, close, open, and 3 plus 4i. So my answer is 25i, right? So when you pick up your calculator, I guarantee you it's going to be in the wrong mode. Okay, I have to change it because on that day, no, the day before, because I see you first thing Thursday. Okay, the calculators are going to be reset for all the other students. So 25i. Motion. Can we do this one, the calculator too?
Yeah.
Yes, we can. All right, so let's see, control, divide, and it was 2 minus I over 5 plus 6I. Enter. And there we go. And what's that, 17? Wait, D. Is it D? Okay, good.
Oh, never.
Complex number represented by the graph. Now, in the real direction, which way does it go? What number is that? Negative. Okay, so right here, this is -3, right? Now, in the imaginary direction, is it going up or down? Up. So that means it's going to be a positive, right? How much did it go up here? There.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's vector format. It's just giving directions.
Yeah.
Which graph represents this? Okay, so we could cheat on this, kind of. So, this RCIS theta. So, 240 degrees. Where's 240 degrees? What quadrant's that?
3.
It's quadrant 3, right? Okay, so I know it's supposed to be in quadrant 3. And my radius is going to be 2. So, that means that it is going to be, let me see, that is, what's that, 6 degrees there?
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be 60. It's 180 minus that. It's going to give me 60. So negative 60, so it's D. I did the math. This right here, this is 180, right? And so this one is 60. 180 plus 60 is 240. So I know 60 is more than halfway. If it was 30 degrees, it would be this one right here. Okay? Just finding that on the unit circle. You can actually just use your unit circle to do this one. Trig form. So let's go ahead and change this from my rectangular to polar. -2 plus 2i. -2 plus 2i. I'm going to hit enter. And let's go back and change our modes. Settings. And I don't want rectangular now. I want polar. And I just hit arrow up. Enter. Oh. Degree. There you go. So my angle, my R, is going to be 2.8 cosine I sine of 135. All right. So I'm sorry that I don't have enough time to do all of this, but I think I've got just about everything else done. Did I went all the way to the end? There we go. All right. When's everything due? Tomorrow. Let's pretend like I need a whole lot of extra credit because my grade is slacking. Could I do Unit 8 as extra credit because someone really bugged me to allow extra credit? Yeah, please do that.